Good morning, everybody. It's the day after Election Day. I wanted to come on here this morning and really talk about the results, what I interpret them to be, why this happened, and let's just chop it up a little bit about what went down last night on election night. Donald Trump won, okay? Donald Trump won. I'm not gloating. I did know this was going to happen. I did call it. I said it. But I want to talk about why I think that Donald Trump is now the 47th president of the United States. If you watched, I watched the commentary on several news networks. I used to be a heavy CNN person. I'm not really like that anymore. I've really transformed into a conservative, and ABC News has a very elaborate setup. So I really watched them for most of election night. I didn't watch MSNBC. They're way too liberal. I watched a little bit of Fox News at the end, but they were the first ones to declare him the president, and really rightfully so, because he was whooping her ass. Now, let's talk about why Donald Trump whooped Kamala Harris so handedly and what I think this is about. This is not about Kamala Harris. I actually have defended Kamala Harris to many conservative men in the last few weeks. This was not about Kamala Harris. This was a stunning rebuke to the Democratic Party, whose chief representative was Kamala Harris. You understand me? So Kamala Harris is catching strays from Joe Biden. She's catching strays meant for Chuck Schumer. She's catching strays meant for Nancy Pelosi. She's catching strays meant for transgender policy and all of that. She is catching a lot of strays from a country that was sick and tired of the progressive agenda. All right? People have real issues, and they were tired of you trying to weaponize their identity against them while ignoring the real issues they were going through. That is what I think this rebuke of the Democratic Party was. All right? Donald Trump ran up numbers in areas he was not even, I'm not even going to say he wasn't supposed to. Areas she was supposed to win, she was underperforming, and he was overperforming. Remember, Donald Trump represents a certain part of the electorate. He himself is not doing this. These are people that are putting in votes for him. So what I need people to understand is that the Democratic Party is in trouble. We were trying to tell you, because black men had been defecting from the Democratic Party en masse over the last 8 years. All right? Barack Obama got 80-something%. Hillary Clinton got 64%. It went down with Joe Biden to 50-something%, and it's projected to be as low as 40-something% black male support for Kamala Harris. This has been a trend across a decade of black men leaving the Democratic Party. Now, to look at the data from last night, Latino men want nothing to do with the Democratic Party. So the world needs to understand that there is I don't want to say a Republican wave. I need people to get off of that. This is a wave of conservatism. All right? People need to understand what the real issues are and what the issues that men who represent half of the electorate have. What are our issues? You cannot win an election as a Democrat only standing on policy for women and gays. Do you not understand that men built this country? That's not a joke. We are currently maintaining this country. Anything that is involved with production is done by a man, but you want to ignore and dismiss all of our issues and concerns. That's what you get. That's why Donald Trump won. The rebuke of the Democratic Party was done to them by men. So they need to understand that. Put some respect. This wave of conservatism will continue. This is not about Donald Trump. It's not about Kamala Harris. I've said time and time again, Donald Trump is not the conservative candidate, the Republican candidate I would have chose. He's not anybody, well, he's somebody's first pick. He's not my first pick. So I just wanted to say that this morning, man. He did exactly what he did in 2016. He speaks for a group that you may not believe is marginalized, but their voice has been pushed to the side in favor of other groups. We can't do that anymore. This is what led to this happening to Kamala Harris today. I honestly feel bad for Kamala Harris. She's catching strays meant for Joe Biden. She's catching strays meant for the Democratic Party. And y'all are seeing that today. I need y'all to also understand, look, man, I don't know what's going to happen, but this man has been president already. Stop trying to fearmonger us to death. Stop trying to say you're moving to a different country and all that other bullshit. It's bullshit. This man was president already and the world did not cease to exist. The world kept on spinning. So stop it. Stop it. Y'all are so dramatic. It's killing me. Facebook, Instagram, y'all killing me. Let me just say this before I close out this video. Abortion was on the ballot. Abortion was on the ballot and y'all still lost. My wife was going through states where Kamala Harris had no chance of winning. In like Florida and some other states, they voted for Donald Trump, but still voted in favor of whatever abortion provision they had to vote on, or proposition or whatever. So this is a stunning rebuke of the Democratic Party. They still went and voted for abortion rights and voted against Kamala Harris. Abortion was on the ballot and Kamala Harris still lost. So what I need to tell the people of the Democratic Party and everybody that votes Democrat and you identify as a liberal is that you need to understand how did you miss the mark so badly that men, black men, Latino men had to turn to Donald Trump to send you a message. If you want to win an election in the next 12 years, I think you need to spend your time being concerned about that. I personally believe Republicans have just set themselves up to win future elections because now Latino men are going to be Republicans. Black men are going to be prominent Republicans. We want to be put back in the picture in front of our family. I'm not side by side with anybody. I deserve to be put in front of my family. This is the picture that I told you the Democratic Party removed from all their ads. They took the straight man out of the picture. When I watched the Democratic Convention, I watched it in about 15-minute increments for about, on and off the workday while it was going on. Every ad that I saw that depicted a family was void of a straight man in it. 2 women, 2 men. Maybe some trans, no, I'm not sure if I saw trans. No straight men while I was watching any ad for the Democratic Party. You removed me from my family. That sent me the biggest message I could get from you. And we didn't stand for it. Latino men didn't stand for it. White men actually simped. I think she gained them by 2 points. College educated white men simped for Kamala Harris. The rest of us did not. All right. So I need people who identify as liberals to really understand how you failed so badly that we had to turn on Donald Trump to send you a message. This is a day in history, y'all, and I need y'all to remember it. They really need to understand that men have spoken. All right. We have watched people flex on men for years, but y'all forgot that men have bigger muscles, metaphorically speaking. Now men have flexed, and what you gonna do about it? Nothing. Nothing. Donald Trump is president. Republicans are about to control the House and the Senate. That is a stunning rebuke to the Democratic Party, and they got work to do. If you want to take my advice for the next big election, for the midterm elections, there better be, and call it the underground strategists. You better have a bunch of red pill men on your Democratic strategy team. And this is not a joke. You better call me. You better call Anton Daniels. You better call Tommy Sotomayor. You better call all of these dudes in this space that talk to men every day and understand that men of color have legitimate concerns. And you can't shame us into submission. Y'all lost with that shit. And that's what y'all get. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man.